Hello everybody, welcome back to the Janus Project. I have been struggling to make this space plane for the past 2 weeks now. A few of my past episodes have actually been live streams, and in case you don't have time to watch the whole thing and couldn't catch it in the moment, here are some of the highlights from all 3 of them and what it took to build this space plane. These are all just the test flights and what it took to build this final craft that you see before you. Enjoy!
Still pretty loud. Oh, I should be piloting. Not adjusting audio. Alright. So I turned it down on the stream, so hopefully it's not blasting out y'all's ears. It is still incredibly loud for me, so I will try not to yell. Alright, so most spaceplane flights go ahead and head off straight east because that is the easiest way to get yourself to orbit. However, we are not that fortunate. The mission for today is to get a ScanSat in place. Or not to get a ScanSat in place, but to be the ScanSat. Ooh. And so we need to get ourselves into a polar inclination. And I've tried to get myself equatorial and then just change the inclination, and it just, it's not the best. Not the best maneuver. Okay. Regain control. There we go. And pause. Whew. Settings. That is incredibly loud. Okay. There we go. Oh! Okay. Yep, I looked away to adjust my volume on my headphones, and we are going to start that again. Yes. How's our Kerbals looking? Bartson, Joe Brett, Gregdon, everyone's looking great. Ellery, you're not even there. I don't know where you are. But now we got the heating going. We're starting to go fast. 1,000 meters per second. Kilometer per second. And this is why space planes are fun. It's because they're very bright, and this is with the Firefly mod. As the atmospheric heating, it's not just for re-entry, it's also for some beautiful space planery. Yeah, see, that's what the thumbnail should be. But I think we are going fast enough. I don't even think I need to look at the nav ball. Take off. Oh, that's fun. Oh, that could also be the thumbnail. But we are going to go ahead and climb high into the sky. I really wish it wouldn't pitch over like that. There we go. And we can go ahead and turn this off. Oh, I do need to, I need to get chat back up. I wasn't looking. Oh, wait, no, I can see it right there. Oh, perfect. Alright. Let's see. Our effective airspeed is dropping. Flow is dropping. Let's go ahead and switch on over to our oxidizer and liquid fuel. And that will push us the rest of the way. And as you can see here, we are now actually losing that. Yeah, this is, it's hard. It's a very hard situation. Getting a plane into orbit without any other stages. You know, I could have very easily just strapped some rocket boosters on here, but then it wouldn't have been an SSTO. All right, at 83, we're gonna go ahead and call it. Let's add a maneuver at the Apple apps. Circularize, get out of map mode. Ooh, flight computer up, execute the node, hit our RCS on, separate our fairings, lose a little bit of that mass. And we're looking good, everybody. We are in space. Well, no, not yet. We're getting there. But we've got to burn in a minute time. It is most of our Delta V. However, we should be able to get ourselves a little higher with what we have. Oh, thank you, Peabody. Thank you for choosing now to sharpen your claws. Alright, so 68, 69. There's the mud. Yeah, so we can go ahead and open our cargo bays, deploy our solar panels. We'll wait on the rest of everything. Yeah, we are all set to go. So yeah, so that is, you know, getting up to space in a space plane. Unfortunately, this is not as efficient as it could be. This is a ridiculous design, actually. So you know, if you're trying to make a space plane, don't copy this. Not necessarily, anyways, but until it's proven, anyways. Oh, look at that. All of these could be thumbnails. Alright, the crew's all calm and collected. Cool as cucumbers. And, yeah. Typically, I cut this part of the footage out, but, you know, here we are. I actually think I may kill the maneuver early, if given the chance. We don't necessarily need to circularize right at 80. Save ourselves a little delta V, and no, I missed it. It's okay. Oh, this is what I need to do. But there we go. Single stage to orbit, everybody. And we have 334 meters delta V left, so we could potentially deorbit. And this is a little bit of a boat, like I mentioned. But we do got some pretty powerful RCS on here, so that's pretty good. Oh, that's no good, though. That's flipping too far. Okay, well, embrace the flip. Live with the spin. Just kind of keep our flat side as much as possible. Lose as much speed as possible. And just go with the flow. How's our Kerbals doing? Oh, they are just out of their mind with Kerbal enjoyment. This is like their natural habitat. I don't know what to say. People would probably be freaking out at this point. Could also be another great thumbnail. Oh, what just happened? What just burnt off? Aeroplane control surface. Which one? Oh, it's not destroyed. So that's good. Okay, so now we're starting to just level out, and that's not good because now we're just coming in backwards. We need, if we're gonna flip, we can flip, but we can't get stuck going one way, otherwise then our heat's gonna start building up too much, and that'll be no good. Come on. Control surfaces don't have a lot to work with. There we go. There is our roll control. So we are going to add that to our tail fins. Not very realistic, but you know what? We'll deal with it. And this is a test flight after all, so I'm not too concerned, but it is something we are going to have to keep in mind. So I'd like to not come in backwards, if that is alright with y'all. Is there land anywhere? Alright, Alright, let's turn on our engines, try to gain a little bit of control. I think there might be some land over here. But other than that, it looks like we are in the middle of nothing. Alright, starting to gain a little bit of control. Not a lot, though. Whoops. Oh, I hit the wrong action group. There we go. Oh, oh, oh. Are we doing it? No. I gotta stop hitting that. There we go. Oh, we got this. We got this. Oh, come on. Come on. You got the Scribbles. Fly. Delta V is not telling us any information. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay, you know what? Maybe let's take that off. Can we do fly-by-wire? Oh, this is not looking good. Oh, we need to simplify our space plane. I think that's what it is. We need to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Oh, this is because it's too unwieldy. You know, it's a great mega plane for mega plane reasons, but you know what? I don't think I'm qualified enough to understand what I'm doing. Are we just gonna float around in circles like this, or are we actually gonna do something? I mean, 50 some odd meters per second makes me feel like we're actually gonna land safely, but yep. Textbook landing. Way to go, guys. Alright, let's turn this off. Get our color back. Ah, looks nice. Alright. Back to the drawing board. Stop. Stop going to the side. Come on. See, this is a lot of what I was doing earlier today. Was just over and over. Flights. Okay. Alright. Well, not gonna work. Not gonna work. Not gonna work. Just over and over again. Just restart after restart. There we go. Oh, come on. Okay. Don't lose control. There we go. Oh, okay. Oh, glad I didn't. I was gonna say glad I didn't retract my wheels, but when I said that, my finger hit the G button. Hey, Bartson, how you doing? Still alive. No one else is, though. But you know what? I don't think anyone else was with you for some reason. Alright, let's try that again. And let's actually get another person with you. Oh, that's cool. Oh, again. Gotta not hit that. Oh, but at least I didn't crash this time. Alright, gotta stop focusing on the visuals. Start focusing on the flying. Alright, so we're airborne. We've got enough thrust to keep ourselves going forward. Let's go ahead and switch our trajectory. There's no way. There is absolutely no way we're gonna be able to get this thing to orbit higher than what we did in the previous iteration. Oh, we're falling. Why are we falling? Why are we falling? Thanks. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Alright, so tiny little space plane. Hopefully it'll work. Let's test out, let's put our brakes on. Alright, so let's test out. Toggles the engines. And then 2 is hover mode. Makes a weird sound. Can it not lift? Probably can't lift. That was fun. It's gonna work. Gonna work. Oh, it is gonna work. Interesting. Okay, but I do think we need to get that on. Okay. So it is gonna work, but it's not worth it. We'll work on making that worth it some other time. We'll learn how to do VTOL engines. Fly-by-wire on. Nice visuals. Let's get going. Alright. North destination, polar inclination, SSTO, mini. Okay, oh, that is unwieldy. Alright. That is because I never set these to be any which way. There we go. Okay. Definitely need to remember to do that in the VAB, or the spaceplane hangar, next time we go in. Start our scan. This is also very maneuverable. Very responsive to the controls. Alright, let's go ahead and lower our altitude, build up a little speed. Hopefully we can rise above a lot sooner. Yeah, we are already cruising up into 600 meters per second. We'll be doing good. Oh, don't hit the trees. There we go. Nice. What's our... Oh, we have more than half of our liquid fuel is gone. So this is not a very efficient way of flying. But it is good to know that that engine pre-cooler did, in fact, act as air intake. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna do it. Look at that. Look at that liquid fuel. It's just bleeding out. It's just so much easier to do rockets in this game. Who would have thought, but who would also have thought that rocket science is, marginally easier. Oh, and there is our flame out. Okay, well, this is all she wrote for this airplane. Can we bring her down to a safe safe landing? Probably. This thing is very maneuverable. Can we spin in between these trees right here? Oh, yeah, we can. Oh, that's actually kind of fun. Touchdown. 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 That's what I like to see. Nope. That's not what I like to see. But nonetheless, that worked. I am going to do one more thing. Let's restart this. I am kind of coming to the end of my rope with this mission. I think we are just going to send a rocket and be done with it. We're going to make ourselves a mothership. We actually already started making ourselves a mothership that I can show you in a sec, but for now I'm going to have a little fun, and we are going to call today's episode to a close. I know it's not an episode, it's more of a stream, but you know, this was hopefully to kind of be the Janus Project episode, the KXP for the day. So because it's, there we go. Yeah, I've never really done air acrobatics in KSP before. Okay. All right, let's try this again. I've never done air acrobatics in KSP before, so I wanted to give a shot. But yeah, we're gonna work on a mothership, a big old space station to send to Jool with several different landers, and go about the Jool 5 that way. You know, decades worth of life support. If we need to leave those Kerbals out there, I mean, no, we're not gonna leave any Kerbals out there. Don't listen to me, Ropond. I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, we will. We'll definitely be working on that. I do think I may still give SSTOing a shot in KXP or POV, because I still feel like it could be possible. But right now, I've just spent too much time and not enough success. Nope. Alright, I need to figure out this camera situation. That's what I need to do. No, you know what? Rather than an SSTO, I will, in the POV, I think I will actually try for that VTOL. That does seem kind of like the right thing to do. What's the right camera? What's the right camera mode for this? There we go. Oh, I don't think this is the right camera mode for that. Oh. No, 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 no. Oh, there goes our engine. Safe landing, though. Let's do it again. I'm so used to not talking during the loading screens that it catches me off guard when they happen. So I'm just like, oh, the screen went black? Okay, just take a second. Just hang out here. We'll start talking again. That one was terrible. There's no excuse for that one. Yeah, I might be reaching the end of our recording session just because I might be reaching the end of my brain power. But I think we've got a good setup for where we're gonna go next. Ooh, is my joystick still hooked into things? Oh, and that's also something. We had our control surfaces set to everything. No, I don't have my joystick active. There we go. That's a nice chase camera. Don't have my hands on the right keys. Oh. Oof. Hard landing. Alright, we're gonna do one more. Alright, last attempt. Win or fail. Win or lose. Pass or fail. Either way. I'm gonna call it a night. Alright, so the goal is to pass under one of those bridges. So I'm gonna fly by it first. And just get eyes on it. Maybe I lower my speed a little bit. That might be beneficial. Alright, so what's the best way? Maybe I come in from that direction. Oh, okay. Don't fall. Yeah, we don't need that on. Let's go ahead. We got this. Alright. And then drop down and then pull up. No, no. Well. We made it underneath. Oh, we made it underneath and we are alive. So I am going to call that a success. Well, we didn't set out to do what we hoped to do today and get ourselves an SSTO. Certainly not one capable of getting to Jool, definitely not one capable of scanning in a polar orbit above low Kerbin orbit, and not even one that can be tiny and get into orbit. It made it as small as we could while still maintaining all the stuff we needed, and it just wasn't going to happen. So we're going to go back to the drawing board on that, watch more videos about SSTOs, but I think in the next episode of KXP, we are actually going to focus more on building a space station, getting ourselves a situation. You had all that time to catch yourself and you still fell on your face. Nice. Throttle up. Engines on. We got that. Perfect. Simulations. Oh, am I in career? Yes. Yes, I am. There I did, however, the wheel placement on this is kind of rough. Oh, look at this. This is why we want a VTOL. Look at that. You see that bump? Ooh, okay, sorry. Apologize to motion sick people. So, warnings, right? But you know, we survived. Alright, let's just restart that. I just wanted to show you that bump in the runway. We don't have any lights on here. We should have. Oh yeah, we do. Alright, cool. Oh, you can't hear audio. Oh. Oh no, so you didn't hear any of those warning sounds when I was flipping around. Oh no, hold on. Okay, let me change that because that's definitely important. So that's on there. Okay, can you hear the thunder now? I'm gonna wait to take off for a second until we got confirmation that the audio is going, because the audio is kind of important in IVA. You hear warnings, sorts of stuff like that. Okay. Oh yeah, satellite missions in IVA are tough. There is a mod. Oh, can y'all hear the audio? But yeah, satellite missions in IVA, perfect. I'm gonna get started. Are tough. And as you see here, for those not familiar with IVA, you know, you're the pilot in the seat. But what do you do for a probe, right? So there's actually a mod called Mission Control Room. Yeah, this is a very unstable plane. There's a mod called Mission Control Room where basically you take the place of Gene Kerman, the flight director. And, alright, there we go. Terrible takeoff, but... Oh, that's because I had brakes on. Can you tell my mind's a little scattered right now? But yeah, you take the place of Gene Kerman, and you've got 2 other Kerbals there at 2 other, and you're basically at the desks of mission control. And so you have to have a lot of cameras, and it's basically just flying by screens. So, yeah, like, I absolutely understand satellite missions. Honestly, like, lately I've been leaning more towards just doing crewed satellite missions. I put a Kerbal up there on top of the rocket. I have them just, you know, do the orbiting, and then they drop off the satellite completely in its orbit. Like, the satellite doesn't even have any engines or fuel on it. It's just a matter of, like, the Kerbal puts it into place and then goes. So yeah, if you're bored of mission control, just throw a Kerbal up there. Expendable pilots, yep, that's what they're there for. Yeah, and see, this has got a little map here too, very advanced. Alright, so the plane is relatively stable for flying. It's fairly maneuverable. There's the runway. It's fairly maneuverable. It's small, so that may be an issue for putting other engines and stuff on it, for turning this plane into a VTOL. So we may end up extending the length a little bit. The design may change. Yeah. Thank you. Ground proximity warning. Ground proximity warning's more useful for rockets and capsules that are landing on things. Whew, this is very shaky. Alright, doesn't matter. I could technically end the simulation here, but yeah, we're up in the air, we're turned around. Let's go for a landing. And then that way, if we mess up again, you get to hear all the warnings that we just did in the last one. Alright, gonna kill the throttle. Ooh, we are not lined up. Alright, coming in. Okay. Oh, throttle up. Not enough lift. Throttle down. Nope. Not gonna work. Not gonna happen. Oh! Brakes. 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 Hey. Hey, that wasn't terrible. Oh. Going under the world now. Oh, there we go. And never forget, you got plane landing for dummies here, so there's no excuse. Alright, let's get Valentina back in the cockpit and let's get going. I mean, we could just recall them right now. Look at that. Oh! Hit the spacebar by accident. Never mind. Landing camera is gonna stay where it's at. Let's just, flight. Get camera. Oh, we got some rain going. There we go. I'm just gonna kind of go through here real fast. So this is our front cockpit. This is our back cockpit. I don't have any parachutes on this, so we are going to have to, we're gonna have to be good. We may end up just dumping it in the water, and just calling it a day, but nonetheless, we should have some fun with this. Alright, got that on. Some of these cockpits are a little bit limited in the amount of view you have. It's hard to look at everything in detail, but nonetheless. Alright, everybody ready? Throttle up. Hold on brake for just a quick second. Build a little more thrust. There we go. Atmospheric auto or standard fly-by-wire we are going to use. Pull up before the... There we go. Where's my gears? There we go. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, the camera would be a little bit better utilized at a different position, but... Oh, yeah, the boom super... Thank you for reminding me of that, because I don't have the supersonic boom cloud mod installed in anything, actually, and I've been meaning to. Look at that. Oh, and there's the Mun. Hey, Mun. But yeah, I don't have it installed, and I've been meaning to. Alright, we got a nice angle. And so yeah, I think if we just burn upwards until our engines stop running, I think we'll reach 10,000 feet just by that alone. Let's see, what's our apoapsis? Yeah, there we go. We're just gonna pass it right then and there. Let's see if we can go to space. Why not? This supposedly, whenever I built this, it was supposed to go to space. I don't remember if I ever got it to. I must not have, because if I didn't make an episode out of it, we're at like episode, shoot, I can't remember, but we're pretty far into the series now, so the earlier episodes kind of slipped my mind a little bit. Oh, okay, so we're starting to pitch down, but that should be it. Fly to 10,000 meters, and it doesn't even require us to safely land at the... doesn't require us to safely land, and it doesn't require us to land back at the KSC, which is nice, because some of those Airplane Plus missions... Not Airplane Plus, it's another mod. I think it's called, like, Giving Airplanes a Purpose, some mod like that, but a lot of those mods require you to land safely. Oh, shoot! We could have taken that contract to parachute from a plane, because that's the problem. That's why I don't normally do it. Is because it requires you to have 2 passengers in it. Should we do it? Oops. Should we just hop out? Let's see. Can I land the plane without Valentina? Yeah, we could do supersonic attempt, but I don't have the contract for it, so there's not too much of a benefit from that. What's my speed? Where's my surface speed? 306. Oh, so Mach 2 is 660. I don't remember what supersonic is, but I don't know that we're gonna reach it here. Maybe if we go lower in altitude, maybe. I'm not sure, but you know what? Let's start heading back. I think this is good. This has been a fun attempt. Okay. Look at those clouds. Even without volumetric clouds, like if you just get Eve, just having clouds makes flying planes so much more enjoyable. I mean, would y'all rather me do another flight than hop over to RP1 right now? Oh shoot, I didn't pay attention to what our heading was. Okay. Yeah, diving would probably help. I can get enough altitude to make it. Yeah, I'll take a look at that. It does, I believe that contract does require us to, or the parachuting one does require us to land safely on the runway. You can't just land in the water or just parachute anywhere. Can't freaking see. Ugh. Don't give me a gear alarm. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so I don't know where the KSC is. I didn't pay attention to our heading when we left, so I'm gonna just I'm going to try to safely dump it in the water. And then just go from there. Fortunately, no parachutes. So we're going to have to do this carefully. I'm glad I'm not doing the X-Plane program in this this current RP1 playthrough. I do enjoy the X-Plane Pro. Oh, coming in a little fast. Okay, we're good. Come on, Valentina, stay alive. Good? Thomden, you good? Everyone good? Yes. Alright. Drag chutes, yeah. Yeah, and we have real chutes installed. There we go. We have real chutes installed, so we can specify them to be drag chutes. And right now we are currently on VTOL 9, which is a little bit appropriate considering the fact that, see what I'm talking about? Considering the fact that the last working prototype of our version was VTOL, or was Plane 9 from outer space. What is going on? Throttle controlled avionics. Okay, so this was that mod that I added. Keep it disabled. Yeah, I was not ready for this. I thought it was just like a little window screen. Can I get rid of this? Where are you? There we go. Okay. So this is the VTOL 9. Much bigger, much beefier, much more streamlined than we had before. All right, I just want to get the bigger hanger. What is this? Color scheme? No. Janet's closet. Oh, this? There we go. Oh, that's interesting. I've seen people use this before, but I've never really made anything big enough to justify using it, because anytime I build anything big, it's in the VAB, and typically I have enough space because I work in modules, but never really made anything big in the spaceplane hangar, so this is interesting. Alright, so currently we have 30,000 meters per second delta V. We are missing wheels for some reason. There we go, and we have vertical takeoff capabilities through the engines on the underside here. I still kind of feel like I'm a little cramped. There we go. Alright, so I'm just going to show you what I've created thus far, and then we will start working on the testing. So all of these are turned off. Alright, so that thrust away that you're seeing, the 66, I haven't quite tested it, but I feel like it could be good enough to keep us from stalling, therefore good enough to fly. And that's all these back engines here. Sabre M's, and those are kind of the most powerful that I have in that class. I've just been doing so much back and forth testing of different things. So all of our engines are these broadswords that will be doing us vertically. So we got that. All those are turned on. We turn this one on. That one's good. And then these ones here. And that gives us a thrust to weight of 1.9. Shoot, did I lose the fuel balance? Oh yeah, that's right, I just need to add a little more fuel into it. Okay, there we go. We got a nice lined up center of mass, center of lift. And, alright, so we can put these back on, and hopefully they'll be good enough to achieve flight. There we go. Okay. So, we've got these underside engines. They are tucked away inside the service bay, thanks to the helpful comments from the viewers in the last stream when I was working on these. So we can go ahead and close all bays. There we go. So they're tucked in. Oh, still sticking out a little bit. But that is so that way they can avoid being aerodynamic drag on the craft, because I guess that, what just happened there? Lost an engine. There we go. No, yep, I don't like that. Alright, you know what? Sticking out slightly, I don't think that's going to be a problem. I don't think that is... I keep losing one of these engines for some reason. I don't know if that's glitch or not, but regardless, I spent so much time trying to get one of these things stable. So, moving on. So our engines are good. We have this LASSO 300 Aero Hydro Exo scope, and the important part of that is the Exo, meaning that this plane should be able to fly within Jool's atmosphere. This can eat up the weird chemicals and utilize it for propulsion. So, we wanted to keep this for the KXP. We want this plane to be utilized for both KXP and POV. And POV is going to Eve, it doesn't need it, but KXP will be going to Jool, and we're going to want to fly in Jool, therefore we're going to grab it. We do have a crew cabin capable of housing 11 other, or 12, excuse me, 12 Kerbals in here. Our front holds 4. But yeah, in case this design is good enough that we can start using it for tourism, then I think that would be kind of cool. So we're just going to include that. It also gave ourselves a little bit more room to work with the rest of the craft. But the most important part, well, I don't know about the most important part, but the crucial part of this plane's mission is tucked away inside here. And that is, of course, the ScanSat materials. We have our VS-11 classified reconnaissance imager, and that gives us anomalies and visual high-res information. We have followed next. Where are you? There we go. The M700 survey scanner, which will basically give us our resources in low res, but we also have our ScanRx hyperspectral resource mapper, and that also gives us resources. But the difference is this one is from the ScanSat mod, whereas the survey scanner is stock, or well, not exactly stock, but you know, the Breaking Ground Science DLC, but. Yes, I know, I'm getting distracted. Anyways, the SARL antenna is this one down here, and that gives us altimetry, high resolution, and biome data. And yeah, so we've got anomalies, we've got the altimetry, we've got the visual, we've got the biomes, and resources. So all in all, this is very much an observation mission. However, I want to be able to manage the Jool 5, like you may see from the title, that we want to be able to take this craft and land on every single moon of Jool, and be able to take off again, and then eventually bring ourselves back home. And so in order to manage that, excuse my cat's eating, and a little jingling that's going to occur, but to manage that, we have this converted Tron 250 in a large holding tank, and if we kind of come in here, we have our Drillomatic mining with a nice little opening for it to go through here, so it doesn't even have to clip through anything. I kind of like that. Oh, you are missing shotguns. There we go. Alright, there we go. Cool. So yeah, so it has the ability of mining for resources and converting it into fuel, so that way as it goes along in its trip, as long as we can scan for resources and land in an area where there's a decent amount, we can refuel. So for its communications, oh, that's backwards. Okay. For its communications, we have these giant reflectron dishes. Hold on, I gotta get these put back in place. There we go. That should do it. There we go. 2 gigantic dishes. I think I only need the one, but I have one which is a relay antenna feed and one which is a direct antenna feed, so I'm hoping that between the both of them, they will suffice. It's blue on there, but it could be centered more, but I think it's good enough. Go ahead and track those. And I haven't set this one up to be on any kind of action group, but I assume it would be something like that. Yeah, let's go ahead and let's extend this. Let's extend those, and yeah, as we see here, okay, there we go. That's good. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Oh, but I don't want it to interfere with the side that is on. Shoot, I ran and just get distracted by small little changes. I really just want to make sure that it flies, but that's okay. It gives us a second to allow a few more people to join if so they choose, and then we'll hop onto it soon. Oh, I don't need to start about that big. There we go. Alright, so now we can... I was worried about the having it off to one side. I want it off to one side so it's not necessarily pointing in the way, but I also don't want it to throw the craft off balance. Alright, let's do that to 0. There we go. Oops. Did I do that wrong? -90. Oh, that's... There we go. Then it can, probably like that, something like that. It doesn't have to be exact. Then 0. Alright, sorry, I got bogged down a little bit in something that doesn't really matter. Oh wait, I did that wrong. There we go, yeah, okay. But yeah, so this is going to be our scanning space plane. Jool 5 capable VTOL SSTO. Hopefully this is the last redesign I have to do, because I am just, I'm
so over this design. I'm so excited because this is, I mean, I apologize for not having stable episodes this week, like 2 weeks kind of, but I've been trying to focus all my efforts on getting this, oh, that could be a little better, getting this design looking decent enough and working right, that I just haven't been able to have enough to put out into an episode. There's just not been enough content. It's just a lot of struggles and trials and errors. I mean, even if like, oh, I can show you the bloopers and the test footage, but all you'd really be seeing is me either getting to orbit and not having enough delta V, or just not having enough delta V, or not having enough thrust to get to orbit. So, and on the few occasions where I do have explosions, it's just, it flipped over because my thrust was too much. All right, so our thrust is looking good. All of our engines are on correct. Yes. There we go. All right, so it is missing, oh, okay, of course it's missing the RCS. The RCS kept coming off for some reason. Let's see, what's the biggest, most powerful one we've got? Sort of a mass. Ooh, is this, what size is this? Mach 5? I didn't even see this. Oh, that's a reaction wheel. Oh, that's good. I feel like I should put it here, though. I have a, messing things up already. I have a reaction wheel tucked somewhere. Oh yeah, right behind the Convertitron, but that I think will do us a little bit better. But okay, so these can't be the biggest. Let's see, thrust power 12, and this is thrust power 8. Oh, I guess that is the biggest. All right, well, so be it. So we're gonna just pop them on. I think I actually have a proper RCS balancing mod. Oh, whoops. Should not be in single mode. There we go. STS 126, single stage of space 100 version 126. Yeah. Hello, welcome in. Yeah. And the thing is too is this is like, it's kind of a cop out to say that this is version 9 because this is also worked on between 2 different save files. So SSTO versions 1 through 5 was on the KSP branch, and the rest of them on KXP. So it's probably more like 15. But yeah. Hello, welcome. All right. RCS, good. Maybe just a couple more back here. And then, I think we're ready for a test flight. Perfect timing, too. Alright. Oh, these aren't set to, action group. Alright, there we go. That should be enough to clear the bump in the POV game. It's vertical enough. Now all we need to do is wait until we can get enough horizontal speed that we can turn off the vertical engines. Alright, 220 meters per second. Okay. Okay, alright, so let's cut the difference then. Bring that up. And then I'll just turn it down on my end. It's perfect enough. So, hopefully now the game audio can be heard, but I'm not going deaf hearing it. Okay, so killing our vertical engines, and hopefully we have enough momentum and speed building up. Our trajectory is now heading downwards, which is not good. We may need more thrust to weight here. Alright, let's try that. Yeah, we're still heading downwards. Alright, but we can, I think we can get a little bit more efficiency at lower altitude, so we'll see.
Before I bring it back into the spaceplane hangar for adjustments, because we could actually, yeah, this could be adjusted. All right, we are picking up speed though, which is nice. Yeah, I've been enjoying the Mach 4 capabilities as far as size capabilities, and having that service bay was nice and big. Okay, right and low. Trying to balance out the audio, trying to listen to see. I don't know why the game audio is not coming in. I see that it's on the screen, but look at that. Oh, that's fun. But yeah, I like the Mach 4 capabilities and size and all that, aerodynamics and all that. But the IVA it's advanced, it's interesting, but a little confusing. Like A, B, and C, but it only has these screens here. Oh, whoops. Oh, okay, we're good. Yeah, I need more thrust. This isn't going to cut it. Which is unfortunate, because that means we'll probably have to have more lift on the vertical engines as well. Shoot. All right. This has taken me so much time, and I haven't been able to get the episodes out like I've been wanting to. However, if we can nail down this design, if it's possible to get to Jool and to land on the moons, refuel, get to all the places, and come back and do all the things of the Jool 5, then the next week all the episodes are going to come easily. You know, we would just focus on the crew as they go from place to place. Still, I have not fixed that front gear. But we would just focus on the crew as they go from place to place, each episode being its new destination and journey, and it would become a lot easier. I'd be able to be back on track without a problem, I feel, and so that's the goal. If we could just nail down, I keep saying nail down, if we could just finalize this design and make it work, then I'll be pretty much back on track. Problem is I chose something super complicated for almost no other reason except for to try to do it. I've never done either of these before in my previous episodes and streams. I've mentioned, like, you know, never made an SSTO, never made a VTOL, never done the Jool 5. All of this stuff is brand new, but a nice fun challenge, and I feel like it would be kind of cool to see, and it would make for a good episode. So you know, I'm really hesitant to fall back on my typical just make a gigantic rocket, tack it on, like just tack a whole bunch of modules on there for landings and, you know, atmospheric flights and probes and all that. And you know, that's my typical go-to, and it works. It's a good method. All right, 300 meters per second. Let's say 350, and then we'll cancel out our vertical engines. Actually, no. Let's just do it now. And then close our bay doors for aerodynamics, and yeah, it seems to hold pretty steady. We are falling a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, you know, it's been a fun challenge. I think it'll be cool to learn to play around with, and hopefully I can master better things later. I've been trying to make this as small as possible. I kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but running into the tyranny of the rocket equation, where the bigger you are, the more fuel you need, the more fuel you need, the bigger you become. And so this is kind of the balance I've struck so far, but because of all the stuff in this payload, this is kind of as small as I want this mission to be. Because it's such a dedicated ScanSat mission, I need to gather as much detail and information about our
landing zones and the resources that are available and any and all anomalies, because that is, you know, if we're going to be at all these locations, I'd love to see any of the hidden gems and the Easter eggs that they have on any of these moons of Jool and the moons of Eve and Eve itself. So we want all the information, and we're going to need altimetry because this is a space plane. We're going to need, you know, the biomes, because eventually we're going to want to do research in all those places. But the research and all of that can come later. That can be in a much smaller SSTO. You know, basically just this cockpit, a small little capsule with the information, and then the rest of it just be the fuel necessary to get to orbit and to get there. So it could be a lot easier of a time than this exact mission, but because of the fact that we have so many you know, excuse the phrase, but instrumental instruments, I think the size justifies the need. So we are gaining speed, not as fast as I would have liked, but still nonetheless gaining speed, gaining altitude, so we're not actually falling anymore. We're not in danger of crashing into the water, so it's just a matter of getting up enough speed to hopefully break through the Kármán line, and then hopefully we'll have enough fuel to circularize, and then we get to see what we've got from there. And I'm kind of excited. So this is, we've only got 1600 meters per second delta V. We are speeding up, but not a lot. So I think at the 1200 mark, typically I wait till 1300, but at the 1200 mark we're going to start pitching up, and hopefully that'll be enough to push us through and into space. Alright, I'm going to just start pitching up now. We didn't hit 1200, but I got a little impatient, so we're just going to start now. Careful not to move too quickly. And then tumble back over. There we go. This right here is a docking port right up on the front, so we'll be able to refuel in orbit if we need to. If we can't, ideally we'd like to be able to take this from the runway all the way over to Minmus and have it refuel out in Minmus, get back up into orbit, and then we can make our Jool transfer out from there. You know, that's the goal. Oh, that's good. Alright, so we're just going to keep an eye on our apoapsis, and that's another good one. Keep an eye on our apoapsis, and as soon as it goes off into space, then we're going to try to pitch over, utilize some of our speed to move forward, and then hopefully we can circularize. Yep. So we're gaining delta V now because of the fact that we are in a higher altitude. But pretty soon our air intakes are going to stop working, and we are going to have to revert over to our close cycle mode. We are slowing down on our apoapsis, which is not great. I think I'm going to try to pitch forward a little bit, point more prograde, and utilize the aerodynamics to build up that speed. But it might just come down to switching modes. Yep. Alright. So what is that? 3? No. 3 turns them on. 4? Yeah, closed cycle, but they are lacking the oxygen. Yep. Alright, so we do need those ELU engines, because those are the ones that I can use where it's just liquid fuel. They're basically nuclear engines. These are still technically jet engines, so when they go over to closed cycle, they need oxidizer. Well, shoot. Because honestly, I just want this this mission to start working. Oh, we're going backwards. All right, you know what? Let's just get started. Is that set correctly? Yes, it is. Starting to wobble off the runway. That's no good. But I think if we fix our wheels so it doesn't, we don't have that reversing off the runway. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I don't want to restart it and do that, but that would probably fix all of this right now. 100% that is the reason why we're out of control, but we are vertical. We have taken off. We can raise our gears. There we go. I bet we could probably drain that liquid. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that was a bad choice. Alright, let's restart. We don't need to terminate. We'll just restart. That was bad piloting. On my point, I miscalculated the fact that we will still need that until we actually turn off those vertical engines. So, brake. There we go. Action group 1. Action group 2. Oh, we're rolling backwards regardless. 3. All of them on. Throttle up. Fly-by-wire on. Get rid of our brakes. And just kind of mosey our way down the runway. Hopefully with a little bit more control this time. But already it does seem like we have the power necessary. Oh, we are not looking good. Come on. Come on, what are you doing? You want to attack the KSC? Is that it? Well, you don't get to. Come on. We've got other things to do. Let's go to space. Oh, what broke? What broke? Okay. And that's not going to work. There's some good explosions. You know, it's still not very deadly. It's blowing a lot of pieces off, but our Kerbals are still alive. I'm just letting it roll out because it was, the most action we've gotten so far, but there we go. And we come to a rest. Yeah, because of the fact that we play with consequences in our series, we can't just, can't settle for our testing being the real deal. Yeah. Why are you bouncing around so much? Oh, because none of that has been changed. The damper strength needs to be, all of that needs to be changed. Alright, well, I guess we're going to do this test pointing this way. I don't know what is going on with this craft, but we definitely need to get those brakes figured out. I feel like this is just so poor of a test that we should... but I can't get those brakes figured out because can't seem to access the menu to utilize it. Oh, now I'm just hitting all the wrong buttons.
Whoop. Oh, that is a complete catastrophe. Look at that. Alright. And survival rate. Take your best, people. Kerbals live. Kerbals live through this. Ooh. I actually didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. That's a fun sight. That might have to be the new thumbnail for this stream, because that was fun. Alright. Oh, this is fun. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to doing this for real. And we approach. We slow down. Ooh, okay. Alright, what we got here? We've got a couple different moons visible. There's 1, 2, 3. I think that might be Lathe right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and come on in. Alright, we are coming in on the dark side, and we are going to need to keep an eye on our stats here. Oh, okay, that's bright, that's bright. Okay, that was not a good re-entry, and we may be well too low for this to be safe. Okay, good to know, good to know, good to know. We need our things to be... And I feel like with that camera change, that means our orbit is done, and we need to get out of Jool's atmosphere before too late. Okay, our apoapsis is now about to be oh no, this is okay. So note to self: aerobraking in Jool's atmosphere in order to kill off our velocity might not be the best idea, but we're still not lost yet. We can turn on our engines, point ourselves this way, and hopefully raise ourselves. So we're past our periapsis. Okay. Alright. Let's change our thoughts about this. It might be an okay thing. Yeah, that's a beautiful screenshot. So it might be an okay thing. Close all of our bays. Alright, so our apoapsis is not falling into the atmosphere now. Oh, you know what? I could probably take a crew report. Jool's up. You record you record the crew's assessment. That's it. I feel like there should have been something a little more than that. Well, let's get a good storm shot underneath. That'd be fun. Yeah, these make for some great pictures. Oh, right there. Gorgeous. All right, 18,000. Yeah, we'll be good. I'm getting so many great screenshots from this. But I don't even have the solar panel, so this isn't even like the complete ship either. Yeah, I also need radiators on this, I believe. Yeah, because we are going to be building up some heat with the drilling aspect.
Alright, heating effect has dissipated. Once again, we are safe. Nothing blew up. Let's see if we can't line up a lathe, right? Let's see. We are at a weird inclination. But we may be able to fix that. We have enough delta V. Holy crap, we've got a decent amount of delta V. Alright, let's see. Can we get 500 kilometers above the surface? Alright, so that's just in the atmosphere, right there. Oh, what's that over there? That is strange looking. What is that? Do I have engines that were thrust limited. What? What? Have I been only working on a few engines? Okay, that's a strange discovery. I don't know why it took me this entire time to realize that. Alright, so it says we only have 46 meters per delta V, meters per second delta V, 50 meters per second delta V. I feel like that might change once we start coming into the atmosphere. Oh, passed right on by whatever that was. What is that? Is that like a volcano? That like a cloud, a storm system that I'm not familiar with? I'm so curious. If anyone knows what that is, please let me know, because I'm curious and I don't know that I'll be able to find it again, because if it's like just a weather system, then that's probably temporary. Coming in for the flip. Someone mentioned on my post on Reddit, my planes have a skin condition, and I just want to say those are beauty marks. Those little bumps right there. And there's so many of them because the ship is just oh so beautiful. Alright, our periapsis is in the negative, which means that we will be landing on lathe. It's just a matter of how quickly. A little bit of retrograde thrust to slow myself down. And hopefully I can flip myself around at some point. Yeah, see, that's the other question, is how much control do I actually even have with this thing? Takes off pretty smoothly off curbing, but that's just because it needs to get up and then go into a straight line. But how well does it do in an alien atmosphere? That's the real question. Alright. Oh, I do miss KSP2's dynamic music. That was definitely a lot of fun. Something like this would be oh so harrowing. So we're gonna kill some of those. Oh, maybe that was a bad idea. Turn those back on. And if we do belly flop, we don't want to belly flop on our back or on our side. That's no good. Are you kidding me? Are you saying now you'll actually level out and have enough control to... Nope. That was a bad idea. Alright, so we kind of have control of this thing, but it's still a freaking boat. And it's just doing this little dance above the water. Maybe we can straighten ourselves out a little bit like that. Oh, nice. And then kill that. Oh no, this is no good. Losing control. And touchdown. And kill the engines. And we have done it. Success. Wait, oh, it broke off a piece. Oh, a lot of stuff. Oh, a lot of stuff got damaged during this flight. All right, not the best. Not the best. Hey, Andrew. Thank you. Yeah, it's a crazy beast, crazy machine. So we are successfully on lathe. Can do a little crew report right there. And again, nothing interesting to say here. It's sad. I wish it did. All right, last. Yeah, that was intentional. Yeah, it was. I was hoping we could aerobrake into Lay's atmosphere and just be good. Get all my engines on. Where are my engines? Yeah, the goal was to aerobrake into Lay's atmosphere and then just start flying and then hopefully just land our way that way, but apparently that was not in the cards. So now, can we take off from a water landing? I think it's possible. But yeah, the goal is to make a Jool 5 capable vertical takeoff and landing single stage to orbit spaceplane. And that brings us to where we are today. There are still a few tests and inspections that it needs to pass before we can put actual Kerbals in here, but we are coming very close to being able to achieve both the Jool 5 mission in KXP as well as the Eve trip in POV with this vertical takeoff and landing single stage to orbit spaceplane. As you see here, it's capable of flight even within Jool's atmosphere. I'm very excited and I hope you are as well. Thank you so much for checking out this consolidated stream, even though it was quite long. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're looking forward for more Janus Project. If you did think about subscribing, drop me a like, let me know your thoughts, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.